Hello Capricorns, welcome to your July 2025 relationships reading. Leo was our first group up this month, so we're going to replicate how the cards fell for them. If you don't like watching the process, please use the timestamps below to just skip ahead to the messages. We're going to use one deck of cards to look back at June. When we connected in June, Capricorns, we're looking at a deeper connection, kind of crossing paths with you. Something's faded, so let's see if that's happened. Maybe you haven't met them yet. And then we'll use these cards to look ahead at July with some charms. So we'll get into the process here. So looking back at June, we were talking about a faded connection. Coming out of Leo's reading, like I said, they were the first group up this month. And we just talked about a similar scenario. In July, there's someone faded to come into their paths here. I wonder if it's Capricorn. I wonder if a bunch of Leos and Capricorns are about to get together here, help each other out, help each other grow, connect, be part of each other's worlds. Who knows? Okay. Now let's look at July. What's coming up in July? What's the story, relationship story for Capricorns? This is any type of relationship with self, with others, with environments, with animals, whatever it may be around you this month. We'll just get into the pattern here that we established. When I say we, it's just sort of going with the flow with the angels and how they kind of throw them down for the day based on the topic. Okay, now we'll get our, they were a bit excited in the Leo group too. I think they started flying out, first card out. Back here. Oh, we got a little bit of a sneak peek there. Looks good though. That was a nice abundant card. Now we'll get some charms. So I did get a few new charms added this past weekend. So we'll see if any of them come out during these relationship readings. See if the angels choose to use them. Oh, I believe here comes one now. Oh, 2 of them, 3 of them. I guess so. Okay. Let's get the last ones here. No more movement. Okay. So, got a bit of control balance, maybe imbalance here. And with our new additions, got some layers here to kind of peel back and look at regarding a love relationship, maybe a long-term relationship, like a long-term friendship or love relationship. Got some mending of the heart. And something new, a new transformation, a new kind of shy relationship here. I wonder if that's the Leos. I know it's a little lamb, it's not a lion, but like I said, I wonder if some Leos and Capricorns are matching up. I'm not an astrologist. I'm not well versed. So if you follow anybody in astrology here on YouTube, maybe go see if Leos and Capricorns are faded right now, even with the planets, or like personality traits, right? Signs that are compatible. Okay. Oh, wow. They definitely want me to stop talking here. Okay. Capricorn, let's start by looking back at June. We were talking about a deeper connection was kind of faded for you. It's kind of on the way here. A new VIP in your life. I feel like maybe you guys have been like zigzagging each other here for whatever whatever reason, you know, this could be someone you've met, like they were sitting opposite of you on the bus or on the public transit, or you know, you're both in the same coffee line because your offices are close by, but you don't work at the same place. Like there's a lot of this like all the the angelic work here to cross your paths, but it's like you ran circles around them and they kept going, you know, others people's free will, your free wills, you kind of kept missing paths here. So I don't feel like you met them in June, because I feel like you probably had another one of these, you know, it was supposed to happen and maybe last minute you canceled, or somebody else canceled on you, your ride canceled, you know, whatever it might have been, or your child got sick. But it's still gonna happen. It's still fated, right? You're still on the trajectory here to still meet. So it's still in the cards, but don't feel like you met that person yet here in June. I'm gonna bring this one close to the camera because I just love all the colors in it. I'll try to keep my head out of the camera light here. I just love the energy this new connection's gonna bring to your entire world. Like they're gonna touch. They're gonna be so immersed in your world here. You're gonna bring them in. You're gonna welcome them in. You know, this new connection can be anything from a new child where, you know, you were expecting to give birth, but you know, you didn't. So in June, you're now scheduled for a early July C-section. You know, who knows? But this individual is going to be welcomed into the family, welcomed into the fold. They're going to really help you blossom even further here. Really support you on your journey. You and your family. I'm kind of getting the kind of all the missed opportunities of you guys kind of crossing paths. You know, you may have said a polite hello, held the door open for each other, but never really kind of went beyond that. I don't think you're in the same circle here. I just think you're crossing paths. Like this isn't someone that's like a friend of a friend, if that's what you're thinking in terms of relationships here. This is someone like uniquely new coming into your world here. You know, this cornucopia, good luck kind of horseshoe shape that they're pulling down here. They're kind of crowning on you here. This good luck person that's coming in. Look at your vibrations, right? I was saying how you're both in sync here. So for anyone looking for that love relationship, here it comes. For anyone looking for that, you know, acceleration in career. For someone looking for just a companion, so it could be a pet, just someone to spend time with, a friend, a neighbor, whatnot, right? You know, I really want a really good neighbor. So there's this perfect synergy here that's coming in for Capricorn. And it's kind of like this long awaited, like the angel is so elated. I feel like this is finally the time where you're not gonna miss paths. I think they've orchestrated it. You know, they've brought you both so close together this time that there's no opportunity for missing. Okay. So let's see if it's July that they're orchestrating this for, or maybe it's August, September. We'll see. See where we want to start. I'm going to start up here. I was kind of pulling myself down there, so I'll start up here. So I was talking about in the intro sort of this sense of balance. There's unequal balance here in a relationship. This is change perspective. For things to be better, something needs to change here, evolve, right? The grapes, in order to become wine, they have to evolve. They have to go through a process. And right now I feel like that's unbalanced. So this could be unrequited love, unfortunately, for some Capricorns, or it could be, you know, your partner or you are growing in a different way or at a different rate. Sort of your plans, your soul paths aren't quite aligning right now. So, you know, there needs a shift to be made if you're going to continue to kind of prosper here and have a positive relationship here. Something needs to change, or unfortunately, I feel like this relationship might spin out of control or end. Okay. You know, as soon as I flip this over, I don't generally get this, but I got the mirror on the wall, you know, little poem there from the fairy tale. And she's looking out at the cosmos, right? Sort of this this decision that needs to be made. It's like you're kind of asking the angels to, well, you tell me, like, what am I supposed to do here? You know, what does the future hold? Maybe that's why I started with the talk of astrology here in Capricorns, because we do have the planets. She is looking at the cosmos. Maybe that's something you're doing right now, some of you. Maybe you are trying to see if you're compatible, or maybe you're looking back over everything. You know, you could be looking over the history of your relationship with this individual and just trying to figure everything out. Like, did I experience and see everything the way it truly unfolded? Right? Kind of watching videos back, or looking back at photo albums, or maybe other people's photos that you've kind of been captured in, and seeing the dynamics. Yeah, I am getting the, you know, if there isn't a change made here in this dynamic, you know, this kind of battle, right? His war has come to an end. He's leaning on the flagpole. You know, it's just kind of quiet. It's not a blowout. Like, I'm not seeing the war. I'm seeing the peaceful wrap here of the white cloth around him with the red trim. So, you know, the finality of a love relationship here, a deep bond. If change isn't made, right? One of you has to stop the battle, or has to stop battling so the other person keeps supporting, right? Maybe one of you is battling something, and the other, and you're kind of giving more energy to them, and you kind of have to change that, or it will change. Okay. So down here, sort of one of the new charms the angels were gravitating to, so I requested it from the individual. They were nice enough to kind of break up a set that they had. But this is, they keep, every time I touch this now, I always feel like peeling back the layers. I feel like this is like a rose or any kind of flower that has, you know, multiple layers of petals to it, right? I think like gardenias, corsages and stuff, like those flowers all have like so many soft petals and layers to them. I also always feel like a cabbage head, a lettuce head as well, right? You got to keep peeling the leaves back. So I don't know if it's tied to up here, but I feel like there is a relationship, another kind of relationship here. If it's not the same one, it could be a different person, another relationship where you really need to peel back the sort of the years together here, look through everything, look back at all these experiences with them, look at who you are when you're with them and when you're not with them. You know, how do they affect you energetically? As we have kind of the bit of a lightning bolt here, kind of like a bit of an arrow, but I feel more like a pin, like I want to kind of stick in it, like put a pin in it. So maybe you need to complete the work of pulling back the layers of this relationship to find your closure, you know, to put a pin in it, to close it off once and for all, and to stop the revisiting. You know, maybe you're trapped in here. You're trapped with the constant peeling back. What's that game? He loves me, she loves me not. They love me not. Maybe you're doing that instead of, you know, actually peeling back the layers, you know, and looking at who were you, you know, look at the actions for those answers, right? Almost looks like, I just noticed now, it almost looks like the finger pointing. You know, look at these layers. Answers are in here. Okay. I always love this card because it makes me feel like, you know, your little guardian angel here, you know, looking back at you. You're here listening to the reading. You're here to get insights, and they're looking back at you like, you need to look, right? Look deeply. What do owls do? They're known for their sight, right? Look closely, look deeply. Talking about peeling back the layers here on a relationship, on a deep bond. It could just be a friendship, it could be a family relationship, right? To someone long-term here. There's long-term longevity to your relationship, and you gotta kind of look at everything in context and in totality. And I think it's so that you can stop this battling. But I feel like you're battling with yourself here. I almost feel like, I know they're not dressed the same, but I feel like they are. For some reason, I'm reading it like they are. They also very much read like siblings to me as well in this card. So maybe this is a family relationship. Maybe there's some family drama that you just need to kind of peel back the layers. Maybe everybody's forgotten what they're even fighting about here. And maybe you can be the steward, the one who leads the charge to get that conversation going, get the peace and love, right, flowing again. Let's stop the battling. Or if this is yourself, this is your internal negative talk, right? Guilt, shame, blame, anything like that. Okay. So we're going through a period of sort of recovery here in July as well. For some of you, or maybe it's stemming from, we saw up here, the need for change, or there will be a finality. But there's a sort of a healing of the heart, understanding, gaining more understanding, going to that next level with a connection, you know, deepening of a bond. Okay, and this is the card we had the sneak peek with, so I'll just, I don't know why I keep spinning it around. Okay. I wonder if I kept spinning this around because I kept getting it is time. So we're coming back to this faded, right? In June, we had a faded connection, a faded deeper connection, and I just said we're going deeper here. So it's faded. So here's our faded connection. That's gonna be quite healing for you. This is gonna feel like a very warm, natural, you know, just a very easy, natural relationship. And maybe that's why your heart levels up here quite easily. And there's beautiful abundance that comes with this, you know, good times, joy. You know, look at the mischief that they're getting into, right? The playfulness. Look how big he's smiling. I don't know if I can get that on camera. Like, look how happy he is. Look how happy you are. Oh, I met my person. I met my person. Look at them digging in there. They know exactly. Like, I don't even have to think, right? They just know. They're just doing. So this faded person, this faded connection, still coming into you. So maybe July is the time. You know, for some reason the June was delayed. Maybe this ending didn't happen. So this ending has to happen for your new beginning here, because we do have the transformation and this kind of easing in of this new life, this new world, this new relationship. Sort of a big transformation for you and who you are, and kind of this nice little bond you're making here. But you're both coming in quite tentatively, even though it's super easy. You know, you're both kind of curious. You almost can see the lamb wanting to have the butterfly land on the nose. I think that actually happens in Bambi, or is it the skunk gets the butterfly on the nose? Look at both cards. You know, the angels here are handing it to you. I wonder if the ease of this will scare you. I wonder if that's why there's that little lamb, right? This feels too good to be true. This person's too perfect for me. So there's a watch out here from the angels to be like, no, no, no. You know, go with that feeling. It is, they are perfect for you. You know, we heard you, so we said, here you go. This is the next soul for you to meet. Here's the right soul for you to meet. So still go slow and with ease, but don't walk away. Don't say no. Don't get scared. All right? Be curious. Be the curious little lamb. Don't be the frightened, scared lamb. And you'll have this beautiful transformation in relationship, this beautiful bond. But it looks like the first step here is, depending on which relationship story matches you, there's got to be a peeling back, a looking back, a change in direction. And then you have the VIP coming in here. So let's check in August to see how this story has evolved for Capricorns.